Hey friends, it is Jesse. I hope you are having a fantastic day. All I can really share with you is my own personal experience. My personal experience has been I am in a better mood, I have better relationships, better career prospects than I did 5 years ago. And honestly, I think that I'm in better shape physically also than I was 5 years ago or 10 years ago for that matter. And do you know what changed? What changed is I discovered and embraced the philosophy of self help, the philosophy of self improvement, the philosophy that you can choose to change your life. And that by making conscious choices, you can take whatever direction you're going in and take your life in a whole new direction if you want to. So I know for a lot of folks that doesn't sound appealing because they're happy with the direction their life is going in, and more power to you. I think that is fantastic. For folks who might be feeling like, things are kind of floundering, that maybe, some things are pretty good and more or less okay, but a lot of other things are causing some frustration, then I think this message can be really personally empowering, that you can choose to change your life if that's something that appeals to you. So, one of the books that really had a major impact on my mindset when I was first getting into the philosophy of self help is this book, Personality Isn't Permanent by Benjamin Hardy. And I highly recommend this book for so many reasons. I would like to share a passage from this book. For those interested in improving themselves for a specific reason, recent science shows that such changes are possible. He goes on to say, intentional change is emotionally rigorous. It doesn't exactly feel good and can even be shockingly painful. If you're unwilling to put yourself through emotional experiences, shift your perspective, and make purposeful changes to your behavior and environment, then don't expect huge changes, at least not in the short run. Becoming psychologically flexible is key to personal transformation, not over-attaching to your current identity or perspectives. Becoming insatiably committed to a future purpose and embracing emotions rather than avoiding them is how radical change occurs. Extreme change is more than possible. You can learn to become more open to new experiences, just as you can actually learn to become less open. You can learn to become more organized and goal-focused. You can learn to become more introverted or extroverted. You can learn to be better at relating to different types of people. You can become more emotionally intelligent rather than reactive and victim-oriented. Perhaps the most damaging aspect of putting people into categories or types is that such categories can be viewed as innate and unalterable. When you see people as being incapable of change, you begin to define them by their past. But if you were to take the same personality test 3 or 6 months apart, you would likely get a similar score. But the longer the interval between tests, the more different the outputs will be. These researchers performed a 63-year study, the results of which suggest that when the interval is increased to as much as 63 years, there's hardly any relationship at all between your personality now and your personality then. Your personality changes over time. Not only does your personality change over time, but it changes far more than you would expect. He goes on to give a lot more details in this fantastic book, which I highly recommend to you all. It is called Personality Isn't Permanent by Benjamin Hardy. So check it out and don't be afraid to change, my friends. Have a fantastic day. I will talk to you later. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.